Howdy! Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I wanted to show you our Cowgirl Dreams collection for the Art of Home Club. This is our September collection, and you know, if you've been following me, that I have been talking a lot about cowgirls and I want to be a cowgirl. I think it started with my trip to Nashville in the spring. I've been listening to a lot of country music, going to some country music concerts, watched the Ken Burns documentary on country music, which I thought was really interesting, and have even gone to the rodeo, which is actually just like 2 miles from my house, and I don't get there very often, but I did go a couple weeks ago, and it was so fun, especially watching the cowgirls on horseback doing the trick riding. So it inspired, again, all these cowgirl dreams that I want to be a cowgirl. And I probably never will be a real cowgirl, but I can make some cowgirl projects to make me feel like I'm a cowgirl. So this is the first one in the collection. We've got 3 projects. So this one is the quilt. And you can see it's got these flying geese in a row at the top and at the bottom, if you can see that. And it really gives a Western feel to it. It feels like one of those old-fashioned Western blankets with that zigzaggy pattern that you get with that. And then I want to show you, I really like the colors in this. This particular fabric was like my inspiration fabric. It reminded me of a prairie. The color with the rust kind of reminded me of a Western prairie. So that was like my inspiration fabric that I chose first, and then I went and I chose my other fabrics from that. But so we've got a boot with flowers in it. We've got, let's see, our guitar and a cactus along a split rail fence. And then we've got our horse, and to me she looks like she's just kind of running across a Western prairie with the breeze blowing through her mane, and I love that little quilt, that little horse that we've got on our quilt here. So this is the quilt, and these blocks are all applique, but you also will get embroidery patterns. So if you want to hand embroider those blocks, you could do that as well instead of doing the applique. So that's our quilt. And we've also got, we're doing a little tote. This is a tote. And for this one, I used the block with the horseshoes, and it says Lucky, and I appliqued the horseshoes, and I did hand embroidery for Lucky, because the word Lucky is a little bit small to do the hand embroidery on. To do the applique on. So I embroidered that. And then I added, if you notice the other blocks on the quilt, I did embroidered French knots for the centers of the flowers. For this, I just used the little buttons. I think that's really cute. So that's our little tote bag. And remember, you can mix and match any of the designs. So if you wanted to put the horse design that I just showed you, or the guitar might be really cute on the front of your tote bag, you could do that. Or you could use this horseshoe design somewhere on your quilt if you wanted to do that. So there's the tote bag project. And then our third project is going to be the pillow. And I hand embroidered this design, and it says, I figure if a girl wants to be a legend, she should just go ahead and be one. And that is a quote by Calamity Jane that I just really, really like. And yeah, so this makes a really cute pillow. And here's a hint, if you flipped it and flipped your design, you can make this a wall hanging instead of a pillow. Just instead of putting the pillow back on it, just quilt it, bind it, and then you've got a wall hanging. So we always like to give you lots of options in the Art of Home Club. So this collection has 6 applique and 7 embroidery patterns. So this particular design is only an embroidery because it would be really, really hard to applique all those little letters. So this one is just an embroidery pattern. But all the other ones that I showed you, like this and all the ones on the quilt, you can either do with applique or hand embroidery. And then we've got a couple of extra designs that didn't make it into the samples. We've got this cute little hat, and then we've got the cactus with the flowers on it. So you could also use one of these on your pillow or your tote bag or in your quilt. So yeah, lots of options in this. I hope that this collection inspires you with your cowgirl dreams, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it in the Art of Home Club.